What up, Pink ladies, T-birds, just happen to be watchers of my shit. My name is JImmiPynk, and I'm sexy, I'm cute, I'm popular to boot.
I'm sorry.
So, welcome to day 7 of the Hunt for Pink October. For those of you that are new to the channel, that means I'm doing a video every day in the month of October wearing pink to raise money for breast cancer awareness. The link is down below for the GoFundMe. The goal is $200 and the money goes directly to Susan G. Komen for the cure. Let's get into the shit. So I'm in my Clover's geesh. Ooh. You know what I like about doing these movie reviews of movies that I watched when I was younger and watching them when I'm older, and then like the way the climate is? Oh, they couldn't have made this movie this year. They could not have made this movie this year. First of all, the whole thing about the movie is this white affluent squad stole all they shit and won all these championships from this inner city all black team. And the resolution to it was, well, at least when y'all did actually go to nationals with y'all routine that we didn't steal and we made up our own, at least y'all did win. No. In this political climate, oh fuck no. That wouldn't fly. And you didn't have the black squad in the movie. The movie was mostly focused on the white squad. Because the more interesting story, let's face it, was the black squad this white squad that won these national championships for 5 years, been doing it, stealing all y'all shit, and how y'all clawed y'all way to finally get to actually even raise the money to be able to go to the national championship. That was actually the more interesting movie. Let's be honest. But it is what it is. You couldn't make that movie. You couldn't make this movie in 2018. It wouldn't fly. Secondly, this is the second movie in a row that I reviewed that the black cheerleading squad is like these national winners. That shit don't happen. Let me tell you why. Because what black cheers look like are more like drill team. They're more rhythmic. What the sport of cheerleading is, and what your score basis on, is high V, low V, tabletops, candlesticks. Not beat beat, beat beat. Like, so that's also unrealistic. But here's the thing, because you know when you watch an old movie and you forget some, you know the major parts and you might know the plot, but you forget certain shit. So when I'm seeing, you know, Eliza Dushku's character Missy, and Torrance is like showing her like, this is what we do, and they're doing these cheers at practice, and they're like, brr, it's cold in here. It must talk about some ice, break it down now. And it was the motherfucking 1-900 number. Y'all know I know my music shit. Y'all don't know that. Y'all don't know that song is the 1-900 number. Y'all either know it as, depending on how old you are, the Ed Lover Dance song, or Let Me Clear My Throat. But what that song is called is 1-900 number. That right there lets you know ain't no goddamn white squad come up with that shit. And as I'm sitting there watching, I'm like, and like, I was thinking it, and then like they go, and then, you know, Gabrielle Union and Black. Gabrielle Union's character name is Isis, and Black, which used to be a singing group, rest in peace Natina, because the one that said, let me beat these Buffies down, has since passed away. When they come up and Gabrielle Union was like, Burr, it's cold in here? You really thought a white girl came up with that? And I was like, just what I was thinking, but I forgot in the movie that she had said that. There's parts of it that I really liked, that if you go back and watch it, that are like really relative, like the fact that they wanted to go to the national championship, and Torrance was like, no, I'm going to get my dad's company to sponsor you guys, but you couldn't get your dad's company to sponsor y'all. when you needed $2,000 to get a choreographer. And for real, can we talk about this? Y'all, it took y'all to get to the end to say, well, damn, we got to make up another routine before nationals. When it clearly said in the movie, y'all already had a bid to go to nationals as a defending champs. Y'all should have just fucking skipped regionals then and made up a new routine. Plot holes, plot holes. I'm just going over it. If you ain't never seen, bring it on. I feel sorry for you because I'm not doing a plot by plot review. I'm going into this revisited state of mind watching this movie. This damn boyfriend, she was making me mad. First of all, and I said this in the last review for all 40 of y'all to watch that bitch. When has the male cheerleader ever been a sex symbol? Like, when has ever? At least this movie handled it a little bit better with like the football players teasing the guys, calling them gay. Not saying it's right, but that's more realistic because for real, who is going to be like, ooh, look at that male cheerleader, he's hot, outside of another male? For the most part. I digress. Anyway, yeah, there are some questionable things, such as, oh, well, this girl doesn't wear panties underneath her spankies, so I just be sliding my thumb up in her shit while we cheerleading. Ew. Big Red still being that invested in the squad to the point where you gave them the routine to go to nationals the following year. Bitch, you off and doing something else. Why do you even fucking care? That ain't realistic. You would come back, sure, for your squad, for your captain, and say, yeah, I want to see what y'all do in the national championship. You wouldn't be mad that they ain't doing your routine. You're not there anymore. They shouldn't be doing your routine. There wasn't even your routine. But again, I'll revert back to Gabrielle Union. Look at the shit y'all was doing. How did any of y'all think a white girl came up with any of that? Like, let's be honest. Let's be real honest about that. Mind you, this is the Bring It On that went to the big screen. It only goes downhill from here, folks. It only goes downhill from here. But even rewatching it, you know, there are some movies that are a part of your childhood, and for some of y'all it may not be. For me, these are my teenage years, and I was a cheerleader, if y'all can see that. So, you know, Bring It On was big for me because it was a cheerleader movie. They were talking about cheerleading things. It was a black squad. I had the very unique experience of going to a school that was white and was on a white cheerleading squad, and then the schools closed and we then had black cheerleaders that taught us some of their cheers, which of course, you know, I was catching on to like that because them was the cheers that I was doing as a kid. But a little culture clash. So like this story was very, very interesting to me. It was cool. And you know, everybody that was a cheerleader can recite, I'm sexy, I'm cute, I'm popular to boot, I'm bitchin', gray hair, the boys all wanna stare. Like that, if you was a cheerleader around that time or even had just been a cheerleader, oh bitch, hate us cause you're beautiful cause we don't like you either. We're cheerleaders. We are cheerleaders. Oh, yes bitch. Yes, we all swore by that. Trust and believe. So this movie was important. It did start a whole franchise. Like I said, we got a whole Bring It On franchise coming. We had a lot of other cheerleader movies came out because cheerleading movies was making money. So then you did get like your Sugar and Spice. And this was a time where, like now, kind of bringing it back to Heathers and Insatiable, where now the popular, good-looking, like cheerleader character is usually the antagonist, is usually the bad guy, it's usually somebody we're not supposed to like. This is when the cheerleader was like celebrated and like you wanted to be the cheerleaders, or like that was, I don't know. Yeah, there was some bitchy cheerleaders, but you know, this boyfriend, I was getting so mad at her, I skipped that part. I was getting so mad at her because she kept calling him for advice. You are the fucking captain. And it took for these new kids to come in and make you realize that you was the captain and you was in charge. And then Missy this is just one part that bothered me. So when she comes in and they're like trying to trick her, like, well, we need to see if you can do a standing back tuck, and she like, all right, is this okay? And you see she nailed that shit. So when they're saying, well, can she yell? And they're like, well, I'm only doing this because you have no gymnastic team and this is a last resort. So then you thought you was going to be slick by giving her some big long gymnastics thing. The bitch just said she here because y'all ain't got a gymnastics team. Y'all wasn't going to stomp her on no gymnastics. Why ain't y'all try to stomp her with choreo? Because then we wouldn't have a movie. Also, and this is in most cheerleading movies, and I will never understand this. Why do y'all always cast people that don't even look like they cheerleaders? I don't mean physically look like cheerleaders. I mean like, I guess this is before, because if you were doing Bring It On Now, you would have like Disney Channel stars and Nickelodeon stars and all them motherfuckers that's trained to sing and dance, so they would be okay. But it would just be like, okay, yeah, y'all doing the steps, but y'all don't look like cheerleaders, and y'all certainly don't look like national winning cheerleaders. Like, y'all arms are not stiff. Y'all movements are not as together as they should be. And come on, a lot of those routines are not national championship worthy. I don't care if y'all is doing stunts and flips in the back. That gets progressively worse with the rest of the Get It Ons too. Get It On. Bring It Ons too. And we'll get to that. Oh, trust me, because we're going to get to all of them this season. But overall, I had a good time with it. You know, sometimes I've gone back and watched some old movies and said I'm going to review this, or just said, oh, I used to like this movie, and go back and watch it. And I'm like, what were we thinking? This was awful. Bring It On is very of its time, especially with like Jesse Bradford giving out flowers and mixtapes and shit like that. Like, of course, nobody's going to give out mixtapes now. It's very of its time. But it's a good of its time. It's a good time capsule of like the late 90s, early 2000s. It's a good time capsule of it. You see a lot of bandana wearage, and the fashion is definitely oh so late 90s. But it was good. And to be perfectly honest with you, with it being a teen movie, especially with Gabrielle Union, who was also in 10 Things I Hate About You and a couple other movies as the black sidekick, even though they didn't get a lot of screen time in the movie, it was nice to see this all-black cheerleader squad and them being an actual competitor and not anybody being just a sidekick, which is also going to happen a lot more often in the other Bring It Ons. See, because this Bring It On, they made it seem like it was a race thing, which it was slightly, but it wasn't major. It was more so these white cheerleaders coming to the hood and copying their swag. But I mean, that's life in general. Look at your fashion world. Look at the music world. Rich white people have been stealing shit from poor black people forever. That ain't nothing new. And calling it their own. Hi, Elvis Presley. That ain't nothing new. But because this movie did it in a way that, like I said, this is the only one that went to the theaters and it was done well. The rest of all the Bring It Ons either had to have a sassy black sidekick, or it had to be some kind of switch of the races or something. And then that's a continuous thing because of that. And yeah, also the opening dream sequence. None of y'all is ever going to touch I'm Sexy, I'm Cute. That's the best opening dream sequence in all cheerleader movies. Hell, in all teen movies of all time. And one of the most memorable. So anyway, that's all I got to say about that. Thank you so much for tuning in. I want to know your thoughts. Let's kiki about it. Y'all know that's what we do on this channel. What do y'all feel about Bring It On? Have y'all seen it recently? If you haven't, if you have HBO, it is available on HBO to go. If you have DirecTV Now, it's also available on HBO there, as well as an on-demand watch. Next cheerleading movie we're going to be doing is going to be, which one is the second one? What's it called? All or Nothing is, no, Bring It On Again is the second one. Oh, we'll be doing that is the next in the cheerleader, Cheertober, Cheer Classic series. Thank you to my patrons. Thank you to people who donated my PayPal. If you have it to give, feel free to. But I would like to ask you, if you do feel have it to give this month, please go ahead and go in the link down below and donate to the Hunt for Pynk October. Again, I do not touch the funds. They go directly to Susan G. Komen for the cure. And the goal is low. It's $200. So please donate to that if you can. You know, subscribe. We're doing this all month. You might not know when the other cheerleader ones are coming, but it's a video every day. You might want to know which one the cheerleader is. You might just want to see what the hell I'm doing. We're also rearranging some things. Some of the cheerleader movies might be getting moved because I was doing other movies other than Bring It Ons that might get moved because Heather's is getting binged, and you know I'm getting up in that at the end of the month. Riverdale's coming back. So stay tuned to the channel. Subscribe, like, notify, comment, all that good shit. Because the more views we get, the more money I get, and the more money I can donate along with the fund to Susan G. Komen for the cure. So thank you so much for watching. Keep it greasy. Deuces.
Hey yo, I dog these niggas like girl's best friend, right? Ren 10, right? Haunted by my past, same shit, different mask like Scooby-Dooby-Doo. Where are you? But I spotted you out like Spud McKenzie. Figured out the game like the Bloodhound game. I thought you was my friend, you broke my heart again. Well, the game done switched. If you a dog, I'm a bitch.